This is it. This is it. Yeah, this one I want to react from Pathra, if you guys don't mind. So this one is named Tangled Lies. Wait, why is it returning to my game? Ah, Zenta, hello. I'm going to try do a react to this channel because I really love their videos. So I'm going to give it a try as one react. I don't know. Yeah, I really enjoy listening to it. Yeah. And it's so much fun because a lot of time when people tell you a story, of what they experience, and then actually you think, but the OP is kind of suspicious. I see, and I think because you don't know what to expect from the story, it's not really predictable what is happening in the story, and people are very good storytellers. So I wanted to give it a try. So are you guys ready? So this is also a bit of a tryout. Yeah, this is also a bit of a tryout of our reaction because I really wanted to get us into reacting stuff. So I hope it's going to be fun. Okay, can you guys tell me how the audio is? I hope the audio is fine.
Welcome back to my Final Fantasy XIV drama series. Today's drama story is about Tangled Lies. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button.
Alright.
Hello, Pathra. I was wanting to submit a story. I love your content and I have been wanting to share my drama that I experienced back in 2.0. It is really hard for me to talk about because that day I lost a lot of good friends. Maybe because I didn't consider the feelings of other people enough. I am still not sure if it was my own actions that caused the drama. I want to now put myself at the feet of you and your viewers to
so
judge.
we are the judge.
Was OP
Even better.
the problem?
Even
right,
better.
Chat?
Yeah.
OP's asking you guys. You be the judge.
Alright.
Back in 2.0, Limsa was still the same as it is today. Filled with AFKers, interesting and silly conversations, and sexy glamour everywhere. Damn, Limsa has not changed. A male Mikote caught my eye, his nice T13 weapon glowing in the shadows. He was casually slouching.
Wait, what is T13? What is T13? Sorry, I did not play back in 2.0. So what do they mean T13? T13 is one of the 7 coils. Okay, coils. Okay. Okay.
Front of a female Mikote who had him targeted. I had seen them before. They stood out to me because they were always there under the tree in Limsa, sporting that nice looking gear. You know what someone told me? They told me that tree in Limsa is the cum tree.
Wait, what?
Now that's all I think
I have never heard about that.
That person who said that.
I have never heard about that.
Yeah, I know. I'm so everyone now I've told everyone else and they're always gonna think that also. I'm so sorry.
I never heard about that.
I was super interested and wanted to get the gear like that too. But of course, you have to raid to get that. Looking back now, I felt like raiding was like stepping into a fiery hell, and I wish that I had never started raiding. Oh no.
To be fair, I did hear a lot of recent stories that the early content raiding was so difficult and hard, so I am not surprised.
OP regrets starting raiding? They must have had a terrible experience. Yeah. I mean, we can all get bad experiences with raiding, but you can also have good experiences with raiding. So it's just unfortunate that OP didn't have a good experience with raiding.
I pay for Pathfinder.
I wish I had just stayed as a carefree, casual-ass noob like I used to be. But anyway, I digress. As I was standing there in Limsa admiring these two, I got a tell from someone, and their name was Archie. Hey there,
Archie.
Just wanted to say I like your outfit.
Oh.
I was in my monk gear, wearing a white hempen camise, pants that look like the Pagus Gaskins.
Oh,
but
that's
for
a
monks,
nice,
and the expeditioner's thigh boots. So honestly, it was just a simple tomboyish
I think for
2.0
that was very nice.
Archie said, "Hey, you want to run some roulette?" And I said, "Okay."
Wait, people.
Archie was the guy.
Okay, so recently I've been asking my friend, like, how do people meet people? It's so strange. Like, do they tell each other, or do you just ask? Hey, but apparently it works that way, right? You just go and send each other, I like your outfit, do you want to play together? Oh my goodness, I wish somebody did that to me. I wish somebody walked up to me and did that. Saren-san, thank you so much for the subscribe. Thank you so much. I adore you. Thank you. Big heart.
Who loved to brag and show off. To be honest, I didn't care that he was like that because I find people interesting to just listen to. Also then, I don't have to talk too much. After we met that day, Archie invited me to a lot of things. Dailies, in-game hangouts, and TeamSpeak with him and his friends.
TeamSpeak.
There were a lot of people in call, usually, and I found it difficult to really break out of my shell to talk. I'm like that too. When I meet new people, I'm like, I'm just gonna listen and get the feel
it's hard to get
other people. And then once I know them more, I talk more. But I also like listening way more than
I agree with talking. This one.
Because I talk so much on stream. I don't need to like talk in the voice calls. I dislike talking myself, but I did enjoy just sitting back, playing the game while listening to them all talk and laugh. Through attending this voice call, I met 3 new friends. 2 were a couple, Jennifer and Oliver, and another person named Bam.
Bam.
Jennifer was
name.
Oliver's girlfriend. She was really vivacious and talkative and seemed nice. Oliver was more quiet and chill, and he seemed to really love her. Bam was more Jennifer's friend, and they were always hanging out even when Oliver wasn't around. So it was me, Jennifer and Oliver, Bam and Archie. I hung out with all of them for a couple of months in game and voice chat. Whenever Oliver, Jennifer, and Bam were all there with Archie, everything was chill and fun. But if Archie wasn't around, Jennifer would talk about how he was obsessed with her. Archie sent me a dick pic last night.
Wait, what?
Jennifer,
what? What? Where did that come from? That is so strange.
I'd say, holy... This escalated so fast.
Where did that come from?
He thinks he's flirting with me. Oh my god, it's disgusting. His dick is so small, it's like a crooked, demented tampon.
Oh my goodness. What?
No!
No way!
Bruh! What the hell? She laughed. I looked at my cell phone with wide eyes and didn't say a word, but just listened to the wheezing and laughing sounds from the other 2, Oliver and Bam.
I can't believe that. That is so terrible.
I heard Oliver talk or even laugh. But whatever that was going on, I wasn't going to be part of it.
No, I would not be there.
Poor Archie. Being exposed about his dick pic. Holy. Archie probably shouldn't be sending dick pics that fast to someone he doesn't trust.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's a rule for me to not like show
I did not expect
anything
this.
Like, you know, any stuff like that on pictures. No private parts. That's my rule. But like, some
Okay,
other
I
people.
tell you what, if somebody would send me their private parts to my Discord, the first thing I'm going to do is... I mean... Wait, what would my... Wait, literally, what am I thinking? What would be my first reaction if somebody would send me a private picture of themselves? I think I would just not even know what to react. I'm just imagining it right now. Somebody I talked to suddenly sent a picture like that. I think my first reaction would be no. Block. No. Block. I think no. Block. Done. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's my first reaction. Hi, Mom. This is so good.
Well, they do that. Like, that's, you do whatever you want to do, but like, just be careful who you send those things to, man. I was just kind of there listening and not putting any opinions in about it. I just cared about hanging out with them. Although Jennifer was being insulting towards Archie in her comments.
Yeah.
She was kind of mean.
Yeah, I think
Damn,
I don't
so
agree with
interesting.
how
OP
she's
said
mean.
Jennifer was nice. Now Jennifer's mean. Okay.
Yeah.
One time, she did an emote that looked like she was kicking my minion, and I thought that wasn't very nice of a gesture, really.
No.
What happened then was that Jennifer, Oliver, Bam, and I all made a static together, and Archie was left out of it.
What?
Damn, poor
Why?
Archie. Bam was the leader, and I had figured out by then that he didn't like Archie either. So then, I was really stuck. Archie wanted to hang out with me, so I would spend time with him, accepting his invitations to do dungeons and chill with him. But I soon wished that I had not committed to hanging out with him because he was now using me as a confidant to vent about himself and Jennifer. As we stood in Limsa one day, he began an angry tirade about Jennifer. Again, I was just kind of there to listen. He told me, Jennifer and me, we've been texting a lot, you know. We were talking in Skype last night. Even I know she's into me. Okay. He seems pretty confident that Jennifer's into him. I said,
I didn't get
like,
that impression.
Isn't she with Oliver? He replied, hun, that jerk treats her like garbage. He should just let her go.
Yeah.
I didn't respond after that, and Archie just went on and on, venting his frustration. As the time dragged on, I was getting mentally and emotionally drained listening to him. All of a sudden, my eyes focused and I saw Bam standing in between me and Archie. Like he was purposely interrupting us. And then Bam sent me a tell. Come join me and Jennifer right now. Trial roulette, let's go. So I don't have a lot of confidence or social skills, and I felt like I couldn't decide what to do. I just wanted everyone to get along. Why, oh why can't we just all get along?
Right?
When I thought about leaving Archie like that all alone, I could really see how terrible that would feel. I could easily imagine myself being all alone and left behind.
Yeah.
And that would hurt. I didn't know what to do, so I just logged off. Damn. So wait. Well, it's nice that OP has, empathy towards like Archie on like how it would feel if they were in that position. But so like Bam invited OP, and because they were like in the crossfire between Archie and Bam, and they're like, what do I do? What do I do? They just logged off.
Yeah.
Like, boop, gone.
I think I can so relate to that. Like, you get so overwhelmed with what to do.
Get me out of here.
You feel bad,
Unfortunately,
regardless,
that just made me
knowing
feel
when,
worse
and then you just
because in
log
doing
out.
that,
I can see that.
indeed did leave Archie all alone, and also I just logged off after the invitation from Bam without saying a word.
So it's a lose-lose for them,
I must have
not
looked
for
like
you.
a jerk to both of my friends, and I felt really bad. Freaking out, I just withdrew from everything, logging out of my Skype and TeamSpeak. I didn't get on any social media for 2 whole days.
Oh wow, 2
Damn.
whole days.
When I did feel a little better and logged back into the online world, I had received a message from Bam. Are you okay? I responded right away. I'm fine, I said, making the excuse. I just had some stuff come up IRL that I had to deal with, and
I never believe that. I never believe that. I never believe that. When somebody leaves suddenly, just like that, I tend to not believe it. I have seen it happen so many times, and always, and so far my experience, always there was more to the story than I just had real life. Yeah, it eventually the truth come out, but see, here's the thing with me. Personally, I can only speak from my experience. When really something happens in real life where I suddenly log out without saying a single word, that must be an emergency in real life that I had no time to even say I have to go. I have no time. It is emergency. I had this happen, by the way. I even was one time streaming a while, I think it was a bit over a year ago. And I remember I was streaming Palace of the Dead, and I was in boss floor 190. This was the file I got my necromancer. But I was streaming and I just killed the boss. And suddenly I get a phone call. Mom had an accident and I have to go to hospital. I said, I have to go. Like, because it was by words, I could say to my stream, I have to go. An accident happened and I just, I log out and I handle my real life stuff. But if I had to type it, I would never type it. I would just log out. But generally speaking, when something happens, people do find the time to say, oh, I'm sorry, I have to go real life. Right? This is why I never believe it. Randomly log out because something came up.
Kept me busy for a while.
I don't know. That's
While
just
looking through Skype, I noticed a bunch of messages from Archie, and they were all about how he just didn't like Bam now. Bam is a total elitist man.
No, they don't
he
like
thinks
Bam.
He is better than everyone, and he's trash. Archie would complain. He is such a show-off. It's annoying AF. And Archie didn't stop.
Oh no!
Now
he
was fixated on Bam day in and day out, and it
first
gave
is
me
Jennifer
a real
and then
negative
it's
vibe.
Bam.
I was hoping that he would get it out of his system and cool down, and that all would be forgotten. But it looked like Archie could just not stop thinking about Bam. Now, you were probably wondering, as I was, why are all these people even friends?
Yeah, I was going to say,
why are they all hanging out together
that one
all the
picture
time?
incident, right?
I just thought that line so funny. Like, why are they all friends? They just they act like they all hate each other.
This is so typical friend group that you can see they're breaking up apart from a huge
drama. Was around, which was so much fun and great, right? But then when Jennifer wasn't around, it became dead. Like, none of them even wanted to look at each other, much less talk.
So she's the one who keeps everybody together. For me,
and I thought it was kind of strange. Are they all just trying to get in Jennifer's pants?
You know what? But I cannot help but have that feeling like the OP is just there to listen, and they do not give much input what they wrote, because you cannot just sit there and listen. What did you write to them in a response, right? I'm very curious. But so far, the OP seem to not have said anything bad. But we will find out. We will find out.
One day, Jennifer messaged me on Skype and asked me to play with her on Final Fantasy XIV. And it felt really nice to be invited to do things. It's hard for me to befriend other girls, and I have had a lot of bad experiences in the past where other girls saw me as a threat. I don't mean any harm. I mean, I'm not trying to steal their spotlight or anything. Jennifer and I ran a few dungeons together, leveling our jobs up to 50. Then she asked me out of the blue, "So, do you like Bam?"
Oh
I was a bit
god.
shocked and taken aback from this, and I didn't know how to answer, so I asked, "You mean like in a romantic way or as a friend?" And Jennifer said, "In a romantic way." I said carefully, "I don't know him enough to like him that way." Bam and I had never really spoken to each other one-on-one, maybe some really short conversations, but that was it. Jennifer chuckled. "Well, if you did get to know him, would you go out with
I
him?"
hate those
I don't do online dating since I
questions.
have my own
Oh, I
issues that I
hate
feel like I
those
need to take care of
questions.
first, like a serious trust
I
issue.
really hate those
I
questions
told
when people
Jennifer how
ask.
I felt and the reason why I don't date online, because of the fear of my trust being broken. I have had my share of unpleasant online dating
Yeah,
experiences.
yeah, yeah.
I learned a lot about myself, and I know I have a hard time trusting someone in a long distance
Yep.
relationship. Why does this feel like high school? It could be young.
I
It could
would
be
say
teenagers. We
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Or in their
I
20s.
don't know. I don't
When
know.
this
I see
all
a lot of
started,
adults with
and I
this
used to
behavior
stand
too.
in Limsa and covet the gear of the Miko couple under the tree, I didn't know that the male Mikote with the T-13 weapon that shone in the night was actually Bam, and the girl with him was his ex. Jennifer told me all about it. She told me that Bam had just broken up with his ex, who had catfished Bam using a female Mikote character. Bam didn't catch the red flags, that the person wouldn't come on voice chat and wouldn't send him any pictures. Bam spent a bunch of gil on the catfisher, spoiling them with in-game gifts. This person basically just
Oh, you
used
know
them for
how we
gil.
call those people? Okay, do you know how we call those people in Japanese? There's actually a word for it. There's actually guys with the predominant. I don't know the word, but usually it's a guy who has this mikote or lalafe or any cute girl, aura, and they try to get in-game currency and gifts and everything, and they never go on voice chat. They pretend to be this cute girl, and so in Japanese, so there's a way you can express yourself and you can actually establish your own identity. So in the Japanese language, you can talk in a set. I'm going to try to explain this as best as I can. You can talk in a way that become your identity. So, for instance, I went into a party finder where this Mikote girl, she would speak in Nyan, like, "Yoroshiku nyan," and "Makuyo nagashi nyan," every time. And when they made a mistake, "Gomen nyan," yeah. And you have people who talk very, very, very girly way, and then you have people who talk. I mean, my friend Nagare-san, he talks really like, "Whoa, I'm cool," yeah, "Yukuzo," and really anime like, right? This is what drew me to him when I first met him in Savage. It was his behavior, how he was talking in chat. It's what drew me to Nagare-san in the first place. This is how I met him in Savage Party Finder, and I thought this tank is so cool. So basically, you have these people who also, there are guys who act like girls, but they talk really cute or they talk certain way, and they know the guys are attracted to it, and you can make it feel really girly, and then we call them hime, like princess. Ah. But it's I think personally it is easier to do it in with the Japanese community because there is already barely out of game community. Yeah, there's guys who, and they specifically talk very anime style also. I mean, they also, yeah, I don't know how to say it, but it's very, very, very tough to actually distinguish is it a female or is it a male because it's very feminine. But the funny part about that is too, most Midland Huron are females in real life. And that's the funny part too. And most male Lalafels are female too. Not all, but generally speaking, when you meet a Midland Huron male, it's usually a female. Also boy Lalafels is usually also female. So I think that's really funny, the differences. For the first 4 months, I thought one of my close in-game friends was a girl. When I figured out, I told him, dude, you're crazy. Wow. So I was in this 48 Bosnian party finder. So this party finder said, okay, so we look for people who can go for just 1 week, just clear it in 1 week quickly, right? I never cleared it, and I say, okay, I will go. It was on my sub character too. All the Midland Hurons were these anime high-pitched girls on voice chats, right? I was trying to identify them. I said, where's these girls? I want to see their character, right? And I found out they were all male characters. And then you hear these dudes, and they were all these cute Mikotech female, really cute characters. I will never forget that. That was so funny. And the girls played the tank and the really cool jobs, and the guys played the healer. and it's usually that way, which is, I think it's. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Personally, I think there's nothing wrong with it. In my sense, the way I see it, if somebody wants to be delusional and gift somebody so much that they spoil another person because they have delusion about what they are in real life, I think that's their problem. But I think if you're somebody who wants to roleplay a anime girl or a girl, I think that's fine too. I think you should do that. I think you have the right to. I mean, just don't lie about your life. In fact, if you see a really good female, make it as a dude in real life. I mean, it's something. I mean, did you guys also have that feeling of, it's not just, oh, if it's a Mikota female, it's a male. I think you need to look also to fashion. You can tell by the fashion, right? So I can quicker identify which is an actual female character in Japan data sound first. But in America or Europe, a data sound is really tough for me to tell. I can't tell. I can't tell. But in Japan, I can tell. Yeah. I don't know. It's really, it can be really, how do I say it? It can be really interesting. I think there's nothing wrong with how you role play and play your character. I think everybody should accept that. But just as long as there's no lying. Real life, if you don't want to express your real, just don't talk about it. But facially, most disease race where there's no. Oh, I did not know that, Riku-san. I did not know that. I used to be on that. I will be honest, guys. I will be honest. I will admit this, and I will. I don't know how I feel about this, but I have never ever used the 2B gram ever before. Never. It made me very not comfy. I have never used it ever. I have it, but I never used it. I did use it on Kaisha and PC. I never used it. Only on an NPC for funny. Okay. This person basically just used them for game. Let's continue to it.
As soon as the catfisher confessed that they were really a man, Bam broke up with them immediately and had been hurt ever since. Maybe that was why he was spending a lot of time with Jennifer to try forget about it all. Wow, there's a little backstory there. So the couple under the tree from at the start of the story was Bam and his ex-girlfriend, and that ex-girlfriend catfished the hell out of Bam. Just classic online gaming MMO RPG things. Male
happens.
behind a
I'm a catfish too.
Asking for in-game items. Oh shit. Maybe that's why he was spending a lot of time with Jennifer, to try forget about it all. So that helped me to understand why Jennifer stuck around with Bam, just so he wouldn't get hurt again.
You know why I am a catfish? Because you guys will never know who I really am. Who knows? Who am I? You see this face? Maybe it is a mask. You don't know what I look like in real life, because in real life, maybe I have so much gray hair and so much wrinkles. You don't know. Don't judge a book over a webcam.
I felt bad, and I told her I would spend more time with him and try to cheer him up. I couldn't just be like, oh, now I like him because I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
I needed time to really get to know him better to have that feeling. Then Jennifer went back and spoke to Bam about everything that we had talked about. I wasn't sure exactly what she said to him, but I was nervous now that I knew that Bam, for some reason, liked me. Oh,
no.
he's nervous. Like, Jennifer is being the Cupid in this situation. I was like, okay, well, Bam's looking for a new girl. Maybe I can just throw OP into Bam. This is what's happening for sure. And sometimes when you put the thought into someone's head, like, this person likes you, are you gonna go for it? Like, that's so, like, high school, middle school kind of stuff, right? Where you start thinking about them more, and then you're like, do I like them? Like, you start questioning yourself, and then sometimes you do end up start liking them because they liked you in the beginning. Yeah. It's, what's the,
if that was me in this situation, I would immediately reject and not play along.
Jennifer planted the seed.
I would immediately.
He asked me to join a Skype call with him, and my heart literally dropped. And a very anxious and nervous feeling kicked in. I threw my phone on the ground, crawled to the corner of my bed, and huddled there. I got it. Planting the seed. Jennifer planted the seed. Okay, where was I?
Okay, sorry, I had to rewind back.
A Skype
I
call
lost
with him, and my heart literally dropped. And a very anxious and nervous feeling kicked in. I threw my phone on the ground, crawled to the corner of my bed, and huddled there, staring at my cell phone for 10 minutes.
Goodness,
I was telling myself, hell no.
I know that feeling
but I have
so well.
to. He's waiting. Arguing with myself like, do I ditch him?
But not in that situation.
Just get in the call and stay quiet. I tell you,
You know the last person who said to me, it was also somebody from America data center on my sub character. They started talking to me and they said to me, you know, I've been really enjoying our conversations a lot recently. And the first thing I said to him, yeah, don't overthink too much. There's going to be nothing that's going to be more than this conversation. Okay, I never heard back. Ever. I am, okay, so when it comes to this kind of situation, I don't wait out. Oh no, the moment I feel like somebody is interested in me, the first reaction I have is, by the way, it is a no. No matter what you say or do. No, absolutely. 絶対やだ. I immediately
that cell again, and my ass joined the call. But then I threw the phone again, but this time onto my desk. I just wobbled myself to my bed and hid under the blanket like a dumbass.
No,
while
it's
I
not
was
like
doing
a
my
dumbass.
little crazy anxious wobbling, thankfully Bam spoke up and asked, How was your day? I slowly responded, it was okay. We had little snippets of conversation and then long pauses where silence would hang in the air like smoke. Like, bro, do you not expect me to talk first? Because I'm not going to talk till you either leave the call or you talk first. Then Jennifer joined the call, and I was relieved that she joined. And I just laid there on my bed trying to shake off the nervous feeling. It's so cute. It really does sound like a middle schooler or a high schooler talking to their crush or someone that likes them.
Okay, now it starts to sound a bit more like
it took me a couple of days, but I slowly started
to
open up. After we got more used to each other, I would let Bam dress up my character. I kind of liked his taste and style a lot, which was weird since I usually take a lot of care in what I dress my character in. At this time, I was now catching up in rating. We were at the end of the expansion, and I needed to clear T13 in hopes of getting the weapon. Bam confessed to me how he felt about me. He said he was attracted to my tanking skills.
Oh my goodness. Wait, well, okay. Okay. That's a whole new level. That's a whole new level of attraction. What? How? Did you guys ever meet somebody? I would feel so offended. I'm like, here I am. What? And it was just all about my tanking skills. Just, okay, to be fair, tanking back in 2.0 was probably a nightmare, okay? So, probably the achievement of being called a good tank, it was probably like up here. But that to me, oh wait, no. In this case, Iriga Vasa. In this case, it's super cute how you spam flash, right? Because it's a tank. Oh my goodness. This is so weird.
That made me turn red.
What?
I'm not used to compliments.
Okay,
but it didn't change the way I felt. And I told him the same thing that I had told Jennifer, that I was not ready for our relationship. But Bam wouldn't take the hint and said, I will wait for you then.
Oh my god. Okay,
Oh my god. Yo, you don't need to be coupled up all the time, Bam. It just sounds like Bam just always wants a girlfriend. I told Bam to not get his hopes too high, and I felt that I was holding him in chains. The feelings of romance have to come naturally to me, and I just didn't feel that way. Well, because of spending all that time with Bam, I hadn't seen Jennifer or Oliver for a while. Apparently, Jennifer and Archie had stopped being friends, and something had happened to make Jennifer mad at Oliver. And Bam told me he was going to check on Jennifer. I thought that was a good idea, since they had been friends longer than he and I had. While Bam was checking on Jennifer, guess who approached me in Limsa? Oliver. Oliver plays a femme Mikote, and he mains Scholar. I had heard rumors on TeamSpeak that Oliver was the first Scholar to ever solo heal T9 Nail and T13. And back then, I thought that was a really awesome achievement, especially a Scholar solo.
Is that true? Is there somebody out there known to be the first? I didn't know soloing at the time as a healer was a thing. I have so far never heard from big streamers. I never heard anybody mention somebody ever solo healed. Especially those tiers at the time. I never heard about that. Never heard about it. The only solo here I have heard that became big was the ultimate. But I never heard about that.
Low healing. I was totally surprised that Oliver would even talk to me because he hardly ever spoke, being the quiet one in his relationship with Jennifer. Hey, are you Jennifer's friend? We exchanged some small talk that was pretty chill until he asked me if I knew if Jennifer was upset or had said anything. I sighed. I felt like this was going to be another relationship scenario about to drag me into the thorns, but I made sure not to give any tips. Just listen. Oliver vented about how much he loves Jennifer. The poor guy looked as if he was crying the way he was typing. I think Jennifer's cheating on me. I gave him the "you should wait till things calm down, then talk with her" advice. That was it. I felt like since they've been together for so long, maybe they just needed a timeout or something. I don't know. Oliver and I talked for hours, and then we did one...
Or you do what I would do. Or you would do what I would do. Guess what I would do? I would straight up go to Jennifer and say, hey, I cannot shave. I'm sorry, I didn't mean shave. I cannot shake off the feeling that you are cheating. Can you please calm my paranoid mind down? Yeah, I'm sorry, I should shave. Can you please calm my paranoid mind down that it is suspecting you of cheating and tell me I am wrong? Please. That's how I would say it. The game was back differently back then. Here was a lot less DPS. Yeah, exactly. And I think it was much harder. I never heard about that.
Dungeon together just to take the negative vibes out of the air. I remember turning in items into the Grand Company area in Limsa when Oliver said that he needed to head out, and it seemed like he was doing okay. Hey, thanks for hearing me out. Take care, okay? And then in-game, Oliver spammed hugs towards my character, and I felt happy to at least help someone and soothe their thoughts. I feel like here again, I was just there because I had nothing else to do and was just happy to listen and feel like I had a friend and everything was good. Until later, Jennifer sent me a tell that triggered my anxiety big time. I thought you were my friend.
How can the OP feel like everything is okay when the OP has a group of friends who is just falling apart and this love drama?
Why would you do this to me?
I don't understand that.
Trying to steal my boyfriend from me and stab me in the back? Like, who do you think you are? Exactly those words. I started to panic and my hand started shaking. I couldn't think straight, but I rushed to send her a tell back before she blocked me. Jennifer, whatever it is you're thinking, it isn't what you think it is. I responded to her.
I actually already thought this was going to happen.
It wasn't at all like she said it was. I was close to breaking down because losing a friend is one of my biggest fears, and I was being accused of something I didn't do. Then Jennifer sent me a picture on Skype. I looked at the picture. It was of me and Oliver's character. Apparently Bam was hiding and took a snapshot of Oliver spamming the hugging emote on me. Wait, Bam was spying on us?
How did they know it's Bam?
I was like imagining this person like near Limsa's Grand Company like spying and taking all these like
right?
snapping all the screenshots. Oh my god, being all detective. Bam was spying on us? Why would Bam do this? Did Bam imply something to Jennifer to fill her with these thoughts? I was speechless and confused. What is this picture then? Explain yourself, Jennifer texted.
Goodness.
I didn't know what to say, but I told her nothing happened. I was only listening to Oliver vent his feelings for her. Unfortunately, Jennifer did not believe me.
Of course, Jennifer did not believe you. The number one rule I have for myself, so I speak only for myself, what I enforce myself as a rule, is if somebody would misunderstand a situation for me, never say nothing happened. Just say, oh, this is what happened. Not nothing happened, because that actually gives obviously something happened, and yes, something happened. You had to listen to somebody vent and they were grateful you listened and they wanted to show gratefulness by a hug. That's it. Right? So nothing happened. I mean, yeah, nothing bad romantically or something happened. But then again, I can't compare this situation with myself because I am kind of I'm very, very open about disinterest in people. So I cannot really this is tough.
Next time you lie to me and try to steal my boyfriend, I will ruin you.
My mind
I thought you were
quick.
cool. I guess not. I tried over and over to explain myself. I reached out to Oliver only to find I couldn't send a tell to him at all. It said he was online and in Limsa, but my tells weren't going through.
This is so cringe.
Did he blacklist me? This was the worst day in Final Fantasy XIV to happen to me. I don't know if Oliver told some twisted story to Jennifer or Bam, but I was at my lowest point. I can't explain the pain I was feeling.
This is what happens when you're on the third wheel of a drama.
Definitely hit me hard.
You become the main character,
and I couldn't move
villain
for a long time. But then, to my surprise, Bam's character was sitting in front of mine, sending a tell. Are you okay? I was so hurt and broken down and in need for some company, and I didn't know how to reach out to anyone. But Bam was there, and I ended up talking to him about what happened during our conversation.
How? Why would... Okay, am I getting the story right? Okay, please correct me if I'm wrong. So Bam secretly spy on them, take the picture, and causes this big drama involving the OP into this mess. And the OP became upset. And Bam is not the only person to talk. I don't understand.
I got brave enough to ask him why he took that picture. Why did he send that to Jennifer when it had nothing to do with me? I mean, Oliver was spamming hugs. I was just standing there. But Bam said, well, the way it looked, it seemed as if you two were making love. What? This is a sentence. How does spamming hugs equal making love? Is he 12? I just stared at the TV screen. I was quiet. I didn't respond to him. I decided to turn off the game and collect my thoughts. Calm down. I decided not to play for the rest of the day. What he said had made me shut down because his response made me think that he had told that to Jennifer. That Oliver and I were making love. But what about Oliver? Oliver had blocked me. Why? I still think about it to this day. Did Bam tell Jennifer that it looked like we were making love? Or was it Oliver telling Jennifer something else about me? Like that I was coming on to him? Or what? I couldn't do anything about it though. So I was still hanging out in TeamSpeak after that.
Okay. I am very curious how this is going to end, but so far what I think happened to Oliver is that there's somehow the blame is put to the OP, where as if the OP planned this with Bam. This is the only explanation in my hand. If the OP planned this picture taking with Bam, I can see why Oliver would block. But that's the only scenario I can think of. That's the only scenario I can think of. Nothing
there were people
else.
In there that I knew just by doing raid content with them. I stuck around in there and just stayed quiet like usual. One night, Bam joined the call that I was in, and I decided to leave and join another channel with those two girls who were doing some fate farming in northern Thanalan. I joined them in hopes of avoiding anything negative. But then this other girl comes into the call and says, okay, OP, I think you need to leave. You being around is making people uncomfortable and misleading them, so you should leave. What? Who is this? Some messenger from Bam? I just couldn't believe this nonsense. I left the call without saying a word and just deleted TeamSpeak. Whatever Bam said to them seemed to have caused this to happen. There are always two sides to a story, and I believe people need to understand that just taking one person's side without knowing the other side of the story is really stupid. But it still made me think that I was the problem. There are a lot of unknowns in this story for me, and I can only share what I saw and what I went through. I am the kind of person who will not argue back or fight back because how can I win? I hardly knew anyone there, and I felt like who would ever listen to someone like me? Back then, I did consider myself as a nobody, but today I am not the same person. As much as I am scared that maybe one of the 3 individuals concerned will watch this and know who I am, I want you to know I never intended to cause any harm, and I just wanted to enjoy Final Fantasy XIV. Thank you for reading this, and I hope you have a wonderful day, Pathra.
The end. Okay, so yeah, I think Oliver misunderstood or was told something along the line of playing on. I can't think of another scenario, but what do I think? Because the OP say in the end, we can be the judge of the story, and whether they were wrong or whether other people were wrong. Now, the one thing I don't like to say as the judge, but as somebody who listened to the story, I would say it's difficult to say. So learning from your mistake is one thing, but the way the story is told, I don't hear many inputs from the OP. All I have seen from the OP is escaping from the situations, and just when something happened, the OP either goes off the call, hangs up, deletes, or just logs out. Always escape, always run away. And I think OP has to be more upfront and really has to work on how to be more confident, how to be more speak up for themselves is my biggest intake, because the OP flight, right? But it's very good to, especially when you have a gut feeling or you know a situation is bad, you can already, before the situation gets worse, already tell how you feel. And in that point, it don't matter if you are going to lose the person or the group of friends. It don't matter if they leave you because of your inputs. That means you have saved yourself so many months and weeks of suffering before the inevitable of losing the friendship anyway would happen, so to speak. That's my opinion. That's what I think, and that's how I go by personally. But I'm still working on it myself. I don't know if it's a good input, but I feel so sad because the OP seems very nice person.
And
yeah,
damn, they're thinking that they're gonna listen
I wonder
to the story
what Pathra
on
San's
YouTube,
opinion
and
is.
OP wants them to know this is their side. This is what happened. They did nothing wrong with Oliver. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. OP is asking all of you guys, what do you think? All right, so let's read the verdict of the chat. OP is not guilty.
I think
I feel
Bam
bad
was
for OP,
very
not gonna
guilty.
lie.
Bam
Definitely
was
not
the most guilty
OP
of
is
all.
definitely not guilty. Not guilty. Damn. There you go. That's
Yeah.
what majority think.
I think Bam was
based on the
the
story,
worst.
I feel bad too. Like,
OP is not
they were
guilty
definitely
at all. I
kind of
think
like,
OP
even though
needs
they
to
were
work
friends
on
with them, they were
self,
kind of a bit more of like on the
you know,
outside of that friend
therapy
group.
and stuff. And
And
not
like
in a
OP
bad way, not because
explained,
there's
like, they
something
were all in love
wrong
with
with you.
Jennifer.
It's just to strengthen yourself.
Okay, like
I think
I'm
OP is a
exaggerating it a
lovely
little
person.
bit probably, but like, you know what I mean? Like they were all very close to Jennifer. It just felt like Jennifer was the queen bee. They ran the show.
Yes,
Yeah, Bam
I
was really
agree.
close
It's
to
like
Jennifer.
Queen Bee.
Oliver was Jennifer's boyfriend. Of course, they're loyal to Jennifer, right? And that's why OP just felt like, well, why would they listen to me? Like my word against any of theirs is useless. About Oliver blocking OP, it's either one, Oliver thought you were part of some scheme to separate
what
Jennifer and Oliver. Like, I'm trying to think in his head, like, either he heard something come back to him and he was
exactly
like, wow,
what I said.
Did
it's
OP
like,
really try to like make my relationship with Jennifer fail by hanging out with me, or OP like me? Like, I don't know what Jennifer and Bam are telling Oliver, so whatever they said made him probably think, oh shit, no, I'm just gonna block OP because I don't want to be part of this messy shit. I just want to be,
and that is actually what you're supposed to do when you have bad intuition.
After you did that, you should ban OP. Yeah, you should blacklist OP. Like, maybe that was Jennifer's way of like controlling Oliver, and maybe it was, like, Jennifer's consequence. Yeah. You know how like some people do that in relationships. Yeah, so maybe Jennifer was like, if you really love me, you will blacklist OP, and maybe Oliver was like, yeah, sure, and he just did that. So there's some options there. Maybe that's what happened.
I really think
like,
that
either Oliver did it himself because he just didn't want to be part of something messy, or like
somebody said that Bam and the OP were plotting
against.
I
just picture Jennifer being
I
like,
still
so you
think
like
this
OP
as
now?
#1.
And he's just like, no, what are you talking about? And like Jennifer getting really jealous. Oliver be like, no, look here, I don't care about OP. I can blacklist them. Anything for you, my queen. It could have been like that, you know? Who knows? Yeah. We're just guessing here. I hope you have some better friends, is all I can say, OP.
Yeah.
And I hope you're still thriving in Final Fantasy 14. People do be making stuff up in their head. It happens. Things get exaggerated and twisted a lot. And like Chinese whispers, like when information goes from one person to someone else to the next person.
I agree.
It like kind of changes a bit, slightly.
I agree.
Or sometimes even like big changes, you know, depending on what type of person they are. Yeah. When it comes to telling stories. Definitely the choice of words is, you got to be careful with how you say things sometimes, for sure. So when that information is being passed around, and like, just like Bam saying they were making love.
Agreed, Danta.
Oliver was just hugging OP. Yeah, Jennifer, I totally saw them. They're so into each other. You could have said anything to make Jennifer go crazy. Yeah. You have to love gossip, because by the time it reaches the last person, it's completely different story usually, and then it causes drama. Yeah, for sure. Can you imagine an FC filled with so many people? The leader, the officers, you know, all the people in the FC. Like when drama happens, like all these people are talking about it. Probably gets passed around very differently. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this Final Fantasy XIV drama story. If you have any of your own drama stories that you'd like me to share and read out anonymously, feel free to reach out to my Discord, discord.gg/Pathra.
This is good. That was a good video, yay! Yeah. Hold on. Let's